Hello and welcome to the Duler Stadium on a sunny afternoon for match number 27 of the Selvel Goa Professional League, and we have Vasco Sports Club versus Velsao Sports and Cultural Club today. Vasco coming off a crucial win against Guardian Angel, and Velsao Sports and Cultural Club coming off a narrow defeat against the likes of FC Goa. And there we see Warren Pereira in action in warm-up. Vasco Sports Club will be focused. They have to win today to stay in touch with the table topper Selvel Goa Football Club.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Goa Professional League Selvel at the Duler Stadium. Today is a big clash with the Southerns. That is Vasco Sports Club versus Velsao. And I have with me the assistant coach of Vasco, who has made a good game plan to take on Velsao. So what is the game plan that you have kept in mind to beat Velsao today?
Well, we are going with the same strategy that we used in the last match, and we are expecting a high-scoring game.
You said a high-scoring game. Or were there any major changes that you have kept in mind?
We are same starting lineup from the last game.
Okay.
And there are no any major changes.
Okay. Any prediction that you would like to give, or is just going to be a secret, or is just for the final whistle?
Just a secret, because if you reveal, it is not a secret anymore. So better it is a secret.
Okay, thank you so much. We'll see you in the post match. So that was the Vasco side to speak before they take on Velsao. We'll go to the other side to see what Velsao has to say as they take on Vasco here.
The assistant coach of Vasco Sports Club in a very light mode, and they have an unchanged 11 today. Warren Pereira, Kuldeep Kumar, Savlon Fernandez, Desmond Gama, Daniel Rebello, Karan Shirotkar, Anil Gaukar, Sanvil De Costa, Neville retaining his spot, Francisco Fernandez and Sanju Thapa the goalkeeper. And now we see Velsao Sports and Cultural Club in practice, warming up for this crucial encounter. They have to keep climbing the ladder to avoid that relegation zone, Velsao Sports and Cultural Club. Otherwise they would find themselves in the dogfight to avoid relegation.
Yes, after speaking to Vasco Sports Club, I have with me the Velsao coach here. We have seen that Peter Carvalho will be leading the team today. So what are the big points that you have noted down to take on Vasco today?
Actually, we had sufficient time to prepare for them. They are a good team, no doubt, because they are much higher than us. And today it's a must-win situation for us, because actually, if you see our games, we have been unfortunately we have played well, but unfortunately we have made silly mistakes and we have conceded goals. Otherwise, if you compare most in this league, most of the teams are in par with one another. So today we are hoping for a victory.
You're saying that you're hoping for a victory. Are there any major changes that you have kept in mind? Because today's game is very important, well said, but what are the things that you have kept in mind?
Yeah, they have 2-3 key players. We have kept an eye on them, and we have also have something up our sleeve. Though we had to make 2 forced changes. Presley is injured, and we have a central defender, Klusner, is down with an ankle injury. So we had to make these changes last minute. So, but it happens in a game of football. So we are ready for it.
All right, thank you so much, coach. We'll see you in the post match. So that was the coach of Velsao Sports Club. We'll see you at the big kickoff now in a couple of minutes, and then in the post match with me, Clinton D'Souza. Now enjoy this big kickoff.
And I have a smiling coach, Jude Barreto. Even though 4 changes have been made to this Velsao Sports and Culture Club last minute, as we heard from him, because of injury, but the first 11 for Velsao Sports and Culture Club goes with Shivam Pednekar, Fraser Vegas, Ranu Singh Rajawat, Peter Carvalho the captain, Savlon Cardozo, Ronald Azevedo, Viraj Naik, Brian Mascarenas, Dada Pir Patil, Hayden Pinto and Matthew Gonzalez. And there is the points table. The 2 teams playing today, Vasco Sports Club, have the chance to top the table at the end of this game, having played 2 games more than Selgaonkar after this. But Velsao in 11th position in the dogfight of relegation. Velsao Sports Club As we heard from the coach Jude Barreto as well, it's almost like a must-win game for them because it's a single leg fixture. This time in the Selvel Goa Professional League, you won't have much time to kind of recover. There is no second leg between the teams. Whereas Vasco Sports Club will look to have no mercy on the young boys of Velsao Sports and Cultural Club. They would like to keep the momentum going for them. Vasco may not have played the most attractive football so far. And the referees for today, Mario Malcolm Pereira, Akash Telugu, Joachim Dice, and the fourth official for today, Shiva Gosavi. Like I was saying, Vasco may not have played the most attractive football, but they have played some very, very effective football rather. They have pulled off the victories, and that's what champion sides do. Vasco Sports Club with a lot of experience in that team. Velsao on the other hand, as we heard, the young lads have played some good football but have failed to convert their chances and have made some silly mistakes, as we heard from their coach Jude Barrett as well. But they'll be looking to turn the tables today. It's almost like a David and Goliath battle today. But like we saw yesterday, there was a major upset. Can Velsao also pull off a major setback on Vasco Sports Club? Velsao have Shivam coming into the goal today. Umesh Pujar also not in the first 11 today. The impressive Umesh Pujar on the substitute bench. Shivam also coming in place of Presley Mascarenas, who has led the team very well, Velsao Sports and Cultural Club. Just the final rituals before the referee blows the whistle for the proceedings to start. Velsao Sports and Cultural Club going with the orthodox 4-4-2 formation today, even though they've had to make 4 changes to the starting 11 with some last minute injuries to the players, which can always be a deterrent to plans. But at this level, you're bound to do well even when you have injuries. The show always goes on. And Velsao in possession. It's Ronald Azevedo to Rano Singh Rajawat. Good tackle again from Neville. Neville has been very impressive from the time he's come onto the squad in the first 11. He's hardly put a foot wrong. Neville Alexander. A very, very, very notable miss today at the heart of defense today is the very impressive and talented Klusner Pereira. He is down with an injury. Klusner Pereira. He's not even in the squad today. Peter Carvalho, the captain, will have more of a job today because he doesn't have his talented centre back partner. It's a good ball in, early chance. Tried the left-footed volley first time round, but well blocked by the Velsao defence. This is an early chance. Hayden Pinto tries to play it through for Ranu Singh Rajawat, but finds Sanju Thapa, the goalkeeper for Vasco. It's a long ball played. Savlon Fernandez couldn't keep that in control. And now this is Fraser Vigas. Fraser Vigas with a very good run. Here's Dada Peer. Plays it well. Hayden Pinto with the first shot and goal. Again, this is a good start to the game from Velsao Sports and Cultural Club. Both teams seem to be going at it all out. I think Vasco have an eye on that goal difference as well. We heard from the assistant coach of Vasco that he did predict a very high scoring game. It's only 3 minutes into the game and we've already seen some action at both ends. And now this is the first corner for Velsao Sports and Cultural Club, with Savlon Cardozo to take it. It's a good corner in, but very well defended again. It's the danger still not out. The shot comes in! Oh my god, that is a left-footed blinder into the top corner. Sanju Thapa was only a spectator. Are we in for a thrill again in the Selvel Goa Professional League? The corner comes in, and that is we'll see that again in the replay. Headed out by Anil Gaukar, and then Ronil Azevedo has absolutely murdered that into the net. Good clearance initially by Anil Gaukar, but what a finish that is. That will be right up there in contention for the goal of the Selvel Goa Professional League. Climax Lawrence couldn't have hoped for a better start than that for Velsao Sports and Cultural Club. Unbelievable start. What pace to the game that we have. Velsao Sports and Cultural Club are on their way to pulling off a major upset here, because they are not letting this attacking intent of theirs go, even if they've scored that first goal. Brian Mascarenas with the shot, and almost 50 yards out, he's gone for goal. He's missed the target, but we can see the ambition in these Velsao players. Vasco have their task cut out, because they're a team which have really banked on their defense, their clean sheets, and then they would score in the end, but the tables have turned and Velsao have scored very early on in the game. That could force Mickey Fernandez to change tactics and strategy. But this is Desmond Gama, a very talented team. Vasco, they can come back anytime. And this is Selvel. Daniel Ribello played out wide to Karan Shirodkar. Back to Neville. Kuldeep. Selvel. Selvel with the long ball in, but Daniel Ribello picks it up in midfield, and that's a brilliant ball. This is a chance, and that is the equalizer. Desmond Gama has scored the equalizer within 3 minutes of Velsao Sports and Culture Club getting the first goal. But Desmond Gama has got Vasco Sports Club back in this game. And what a ball that is from Daniel Ribello. Beautifully weighted chip from the midfielder. And Desmond Gama buries it in the bottom left corner of the Velsao goal. And just 7 minutes into the game, it is 1-1. Matthew Gonzalez is complaining, but he was the one who's played Desmond Gama onside over there. Absolutely blinder of a start over here at the Duler Stadium. We heard from the assistant coach of Vasco Sports Club that this is going to be a very, very, very high scoring game, and 7 minutes into the game the scoreline reads 1-1, and it definitely looks like both teams are really going at it, and it's gonna be a pinball affair today. It definitely is gonna be a high scoring game. We did see in the ISL yesterday between East Bengal and Odisha FC, the scoreline almost a tennis-like scoreline reading 6-5, but Odisha coming off winners 6-5. What an incredible scoreline to have in a football match. The Selvel Goa Professional League is not far behind. It's 7 minutes 1-1, and the ball comes in from Vasco Sports Club into the box, but is cleared out by the Velsao defense for a Vasco Sports Club throw-in. Kuldeep will take the throw-in for Vasco Sports Club. A very, very hard competitor. This is a chance again, but well held on by Shivam, because Francis Fernandez was lurking right in front of him. This is Savlon Cardozo. He's another young talented lad who's had a very good season so far for Velsao Sports and Cultural Club, even though they are dangling in 11th position. Savlon Cardozo has been a very impressive performer. Rano Singh Rajawat to Hayden Pinto to Savlon Cardozo, puts it in first time with his left foot, but well defended by Kuldeep. A very feisty customer, Kuldeep Kumar. Sanju Thapa to take the goal kick. Sanju Thapa takes the long kick. Ball just hanging there in the air. This is a good run again from Ranu. Ranu puts in a good ball in, but cleared off in the end. And again Ronald tries to chip the ball over Daniel Rebello, but Daniel Rebello comes out with the ball after the interception from Selvel. This is Desmond Gama scoring that equalizer for Vasco. Francis Fernandez. Warren Pereira goes for the long ball, but straight to Matthew Gonzalez. Peter Carvalho playing in midfield position today, playing as a defensive midfielder. Coach Jude Barreto had to change things up. Because of some last minute injuries that happened, unavoidable circumstances for Velsao. This is Karan Shirodkar. And now this is Daniel Rebello again, but this time it is slightly overcooked and the ball goes out for a Velsao goal kick. And we have a player down, the goal scorer for Velsao Sports and Culture Club, Ronald Azevedo. But he seems fine and he's limping, of course, but seems to be fine. Very important player for Velsao Sports and Culture Club. Well shielded by Warren Pereira. That is going to be a good battle today on the right hand side, with Savlon Cardozo going up against the talented and very impressive Warren Pereira. Sanju Thapa plays it long, and Daniel wins a free kick. Plays it short to Francis Fernandez. Yes, Karan Shirodkar plays it long, and that's confusion. This is a chance, but Anil Gaokar has shot that way over the goal. But again, confusion between Matthew Gonzalez and his fellow defender. A new pairing of central defenders today for Velsao. Peter Carvalho playing up in the defensive midfielder role. This is Karan Shirodkar. Puts it up. And this is Selvel. What a ball that is from Selvel. Anil Gaokar to Francis Fernandez, but just for a moment over there Shivam looked taken off guard, but in the end he just makes it on time and gets the ball. Anil Gaokar is luckily hitting his head, and Francis Fernandez trying to lob the keeper. This is Karan Shirodkar. Vasco slowly but steadily gaining pace in the match. Viraj Santosh Naik with that tackle. Viraj and Matthew Gonzalez the centre back pairing for today. Francis Fernandez, Daniel Rebello. It's a beautifully played ball to Desmond Gama, and that's well defended again in the end by Viraj Naik. And the first corner for Vasco Sports Club. Daniel Rebello to take it. And that's a flick on, but defended well at the first post. Daniel Rebello does well, goes past Ronald, puts in a good cross, but Francis Fernandez cannot keep that in control. Karan Shirotkar. Francis Fernandez to Warren Pereira. Warren with a poor ball, but it's fallen to Daniel Rebello. Yes, he has been calmness personified in that whole situation in the penalty box. And Vasco Sports Club have turned this around in a matter of just 15 minutes. We'll see that cross from Warren Pereira, which seemed absolutely harmless. Daniel Rebello chests it, gives the fake with his right, and then buries it in the bottom right corner with a left-footed volley. This defense of Velsao Sports and Cultural Club look to be in shambles at the moment. A makeshift centre-back pairing, a makeshift defence, and it's not doing very well at the moment. But what a finish that is from Daniel Rebello. He was absolutely calmness personified. He didn't hurry up things. He just waited for the right moment, gave the fake, turned on his left and shot into the bottom corner. And this is Ranu Singh Rajawat, but to his surprise he's been given offside over there. Tried the quick give and go. That didn't seem like an offside decision. He was well onside there, Ranu Singh Rajawat. The assistant referee just making a small mistake over there. Kuldeep Kumar. Francis Fernandez. And this is Anil Gaonkar. Very, very impressive Anil Gaonkar. Long ball, but straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. Anil Gaonkar has started playing up top. He scored a brace in the last game, but missed an absolute sitter with a minute to go and missed his hat-trick in the process. But this Vasco Sports Club look like a completely different attacking team when he's playing on top. This is Savlon Cardozo trying to take on three players of Vasco Sports Club, wins the foul in the end. Ronald and Brian both standing over the ball for Velsao. Brian takes it with his, swings it in with his left foot. That's a good free kick into the box, but well defended by Vasco. Goes long. And this is Anil Gaonkar with an absolutely great run, but good recovery from the defense, Velsao defense. Fraser Wieg is there. It's another corner for Vasco Sports. Plays it short, takes it quickly, taking Velsao off guard, and that is another corner because it's deflected out from Francis Fernandez's cross. Denel to take the fourth corner of the game, and that is the header, but just flicked on wide of goal, and it is run out for a goal kick for Velsao Sports and Cultural Club. Shivam Pednekar coming into the team today, but has not had a very good start to the season, although he has had nothing to do in the 2 goals that his team has conceded, but he will be looking to count the positives at the end of this game. No matter how it goes, a learning experience nevertheless. Fraser Wieg. Very poor football there from Fraser Wieg. Trying out fancy stuff, but in the end giving the ball away. This is Sandville. Francis Fernandez. This midfield trio of Francis Fernandez, Daniel Rebello and Sandville de Costa looks very threatening for any team. Warren Pereira with another cross, but easily taken this time, gathered this time by Shivam Pednekar. Here's the captain, Peter Carvalho. And that is a bad foul from Sandville de Costa. We could hear the noise from up and here in the studios. His leg just caught Hayden Pinto for Velsao. The free kick to be taken by Matthew Colasso. Takes it short. It's a good turn from Hayden Pinto, and it's just missed by a whisker. What an effort that is. Hayden Pinto turns and takes a shot, tries to place it in that bottom left corner, but there is Ranu Singh Rajawat. Fraser Wieg looks in trouble there. Fraser Wieg, good to see him walking around. Warren Pereira tries to be cheeky, but Savlon Cardozo stays very close to him and gives away the throw. Warren to take it, and that is a foul by Ronald Azevedo. Selvel to take the free kick. Selvel goes long, but Matthew Colasso picks it up in the defense, and Savlon Cardozo wins the ball for Velsao. Kuldeep heads it out. That was a good long ball, but created some kind of confusion in the box for Vasco, but well dealt with in the end by Kuldeep, the confident man. And that is a great shot again, stinging the hands of Sanju Thapa, who's palmed it away for another Velsao corner. Here we see the throw taken by Brian Mascarenas. The deflection comes out, and Peter Carvalho with a stinging shot. And here comes the corner. That is a chance, cleared off the line in the end. Or did it go just out of play? Velsao are looking like a danger on the set pieces. Sanju Thapa takes it long, looking for Daniel Ribello. Clears it off, Neville. Viraj. Just fouling Anil Gaonkar there. Here's Francis Fernandez, looking to take the free kick quickly, but not being allowed to do so. Daniel Ribello just checking with the referee. This has to be a good ball from Daniel Ribello. It's only a 1-goal cushion so far for Vasco. It's a poor ball under the circumstances, but this is Hayden Pinto on the counter attack. And it's the cooling break as signalled by the referee. Vasco Sports Club are leading Velsao Sports and Cultural Club 2-1. The referee didn't really give a cooling break, just changed the ball because there was some air issue with it, and this is a great ball in again, but doesn't get his head to it, Dada Pir Patil, and it has gone out for a corner kick. Another corner kick for Velsao Sports and Culture, just getting the flick over there. Neville. Velsao are going nowhere. They are attacking this Vasco Sports Club team. And here comes the corner. This is Anil Gaonkar. And finally the referee does give the cooling break. 30 minutes on the clock. What a riveting start we've had to this game at the Duler Stadium. Velsao scoring within 3 minutes of the game. Vasco Sports Club equalizing in the 14th minute, and then just 2 minutes after that gets the second goal for Vasco Sports Club. Climax Lawrence and Mickey Fernandez. Today is a battle of two powerhouse ex-Indian footballers. Mickey Fernandez and Climax Lawrence both have been top class midfielders not long ago. Just some final instructions from Mickey Fernandez. Warren to take the throw in. 32 minutes on the clock, and we've started proceedings after the cooling break, and Anil Gaonkar pushes Ronald Azevedo down, but he was being blocked by the man and he has won a foul. There we see that. Looks like a push on Ronald, but it was Ronald who was obstructing the path for Anil Gaonkar. Can Daniel Ribello put in a good ball into the box? Daniel floats it in, but slightly off radar has allowed Velsao to come out with the ball. Matthew Colasso. Francis Fernandez plays it back to Karan Shirodkar. Plays Francis Fernandez again. Neville goes long, but this is some space in front of him, but Ranu Singh Rajawat with a poor touch and given away straight to Kuldeep Kumar, who again plays it long. Both players down. I think there was a clash of heads. And the physios running in to the aid of their players. There we see that clash of heads. It could be dangerous sometimes. But both players seem to be fine. Viraj Naik over there. Peter Carvalho will start proceedings. This is Fraser Vegas. And that is offside given by the assistant referee on Anil Gaonkar. Won the ball cleanly over there. Francis Fernandez to Daniel Ribello. Daniel Ribello plays it through and just offside over there. Anil Gaonkar, he will be looking to continue his rich scoring form. The pressing football allowing Vasco to win the throw. forcing the Velsao defenders to clear it. Quick throw in taken by Karan Shirodkar. This is Anil Gaonkar. And this is a chance. He wins it back. Savlon Fernandez. Savlon Fernandez versus Savlon Cardozo. Also a battle on the right hand side for Vasco Sports Club. Kuldeep to take this long throw in. Kuldeep throws it. That's a powerful header. And it has just missed the target from Anil Gaonkar. Look at this Vasco team. They're so focused. Anil Gaonkar just missing the target over there, and that could have been very, very embarrassing for the keeper as well. Vasco feeling more at home as the game goes on. Takes the throw in quickly. Daniel Rebello wins the ball back, but given straight to Brian Mascarenas. Peter Carvalho. In battle there, Ronald Azevedo wins it. Ranu Singh. Here's Francis. Desmond Gama does brilliantly over there. We know about his mazy runs, but just couldn't get Anil Gaonkar to respond to his pass. And this is Peter Carvalho. They'll be so desperate to get back on level terms here at Velsao Sports and Cultural Club. Before the half time, that is. Gives up the chase, and Dadapir Patil lets that roll out for a goal kick for Vasco. Sanju Thapa to take this goal kick. Takes the long goal kick, Sanju Thapa. But Peter Carvalho wins the header. This is good pressing. It's again good play. Gets it through Savlon Cardozo's legs, but very, very well defended over there from Karan Shirodkar, because there was danger lurking behind. It's a good cross in again, but again very well defended by Sanville. A very focused, hard competitor, Sanville de Costa. That's a beautiful corner in, but Savlon Cardozo tries to trap it, but and this is on the counter attack. Vasco Sports Club with Anil Gaonkar, the pacey, and that's a very ambitious effort from Anil Gaonkar. He wants to get on the score sheet, doesn't he? He knows that the Velsao defense is slightly shaken at the moment. Peter Carvalho. Savlon. Brian Mascarenas too will take the throw in, but we have a Vasco player down on the ground. Anil Gaukar was the lad who was injured. And this is Viraj Naik charging up with the ball. It's a good ball headed, but straight to Selvel, who intercepts it, and Neville clears it in the end. Both players going for the ball, but the referee blows his whistle for a foul, but he seems to have just lost his concentration there, and he will bounce the ball. There's Francis Fernandez. Neville. Desmond Gama wins the header. It's gone out for another throw-in for Vasco. Karan. Daniel trying to keep shielding the ball. It's a good take. Hidden Pinto against Selvel. Selvel does just enough over there. This is Daniel Rebello. What a crossfield ball that is for Daniel Rebello to Savlon. But in the end, Savlon was overpowered by too many defenders in the box for Velsao. And that is a very, very good tackle from Warren Pereira. Long ball into the box. And again, for the second time today, there has been a clash of heads. Seems to be writhing in pain. Ronald Azevedo puts the ball in. The physio is just checking on the players. Karan Shirodkar is the man for Vasco Sports Club on the ground. There's the confirmation from the fourth official. It's 3 minutes of additional time. The player is still down for Velsao Sports and Culture Club, but it's mandatory to check in on him. Dada Pir Patil. The referee has called for the stretcher. Looks like a slightly major injury for Dada Pir. And here is the first goal. The corner coming in, cleared out by Anil Gawakar, but Ronald Azevedo on the follow-up with an absolute blinder of a goal. But then Vasco Sports Club decided to change up things, and that's Desmond Gama buries the ball into the back of the net, cross from Daniel Rebello. Warren Pereira then crossing it in, and would have been better dealt with by Velsao, but Daniel Rebello keeping his calm and adding a goal to his assist for the first goal. This is Neville. Karan Shirodkar. Well headed out by Matthew Colasso, but this is Daniel who picks up the ball just outside the D. This is Sanville again. Plays it out wide to Warren. To Sanville. Sanville was looking for the foul, but he grabbed the ball and the referee has given a free kick against Sanville. Peter Carvalho just complaining to the referee over there, because there's hardly any time left in the first half. Brian Mascarenas will be the person to take the free kick. Dadapir Patil has been taken off because of the injury, and Shamir Babu Swami comes in, who's also been impressive since he's come on into the squad. A skillful player, Shamir Babu Swami. But in the meantime, Vasco had a chance to increase their lead. It's Warren, and it goes out for a goal kick. Sanju Thapa to take this goal kick, and we are way past the additional time that was given for the first half, but due to that injury, the referee just playing a little bit extra. The referee has given a corner, and that is why the protest. This could be the last corner of the first half. It comes in quickly. This is a chance. Cleared out eventually. Ronald Azevedo again goes for the left-footed volley, but not connecting this time around, and it's still in danger. Shamir Babu Swami, poor ball in the end. Cleared off by Vasco Sports Club, and after a very, very strong start in the first half by Velsao Sports and Culture Club, they see themselves down 1-2 against the almighty Vasco Sports Club. The players just going back to the dressing room to rejuvenate themselves, hydrate, and then come back for a battle on their hands. The story here at halftime, it is Vasco Sports Club 2, Velsao Sports and Cultural Club 1. We're back for the second half. The referees are out there, and so are both the teams. It'll be an interesting second half. Will we have a similar whirlwind start rather to the second half as we did in the first half? Making a substitution, Velsao Sports and Cultural Club. Ranu Singh Rajawat going off, and Jesloy Moniz coming in place of him. Going for an all-out attack, Velsao Sports and Cultural Club, from what it looks like in the second half. It would be very interesting to see how both these teams approach this second half, because it is a very, very crucial game in the context of things, because if Vasco do manage a win at the end of these 90 minutes, they will be the table toppers. Although having played 2 games more than Salgaonkar, it would put some kind of pressure on the Green Brigade before they play in the Goan derby tomorrow against Tempo Sports Club. What a match that is going to be. The Goan derby, as we call it. Salgaonkar Football Club and Tempo Sports Club right here at the Duler Stadium tomorrow. But this is Savlon now. To Francis Fernandez. To Savlon. Beautiful play. Good cross in. Just over the head of Desmond Gama. Sanville. Powerful man Sanville is moving forward with the outside of his foot, and this is a corner now for Vasco. Early corner for Vasco Sports Club. Shivam Pednekar. Very enthusiastic Shivam Pednekar. And that's a good corner in, but again there seems to be a clash in the box, and Kuldeep Kumar is one of the players who's been affected by it. Holding his jaw together, Kuldeep Kumar. Again, a very good corner from Daniel Rebello, but again very well defended also by Brian Mascarenas. Both players fearless in their attempt. Matthew Colasso plays the ball up, but straight to Vasco Sports Club, who puts the ball back in, and this is Francis Fernandez in possession for Vasco. Beautifully floated ball in, but that is a clear foul by Desmond Gama, putting his hands on the back of the Velsao defender and committing the offence. There we see Fraser Vegas being fouled there, and another player down, Savlon Fernandez. Savlon Fernandez is limping off the field. We see quite a lot of injuries. on the field today. Is Brian Mascarenas to Chesley Moniz. Ronald Azevedo now the only goal scorer for Velsao. Beautiful ball in by Ronald, but Shamir Babu couldn't just get his foot to that. Goes out for a goal kick, and Sanju Thapa will be taking the goal kick. Sanju Thapa takes it long. This is Francis Fernandez. It's a good ball. This is a chance. Anil Gaukar, first time on the volley, and Anil Gaukar gets a shot on target but easily collected straight to the goalkeeper Shivam. Brian Mascarenas, and that is a foul on Hayden Pinto from Kuldeep. Apologizes to the ref for that. Savlon Fernandez has gone off, and Hafizur Rahman Khan has come on in place of Savlon Fernandez. Hafizur Rahman has also been a very influential player whenever he's played for Vasco Sports Club. A very hard-working midfielder. Sanju Thapa will take this goal kick. Goes long, Sanju Thapa. Peter Carvalho almost hugging Samuel De Costa. Gives the foul away, and this is Francis Fernandez. What a calming of presence he is in the middle of the field for Francis Fernandez. This is Francis Fernandez, puts in the cross, and that is a diving header from the very impressive Daniel Ribello, but straight to Shivam Pednekar again. He seems to know where his players are exactly, Francis Fernandez. What a player Francis Fernandez. What an asset he is for this Vasco Sports Club team. Here's Ronald. Beautiful ball forward to Jesloy. Jesloy keeping in possession. And that's a very, very hard, good tackle from Karan Shirodkar. Another throw-in given away by Neville this time. Shamir Babu, and another throw-in one by Fraser Vegas. Acrobatic clearance. Daniel Ribello has gone past, and there's Peter Carvalho, and the referee. The ball hits the referee, and the referee has to start off with the bounce, and straight away Matthew Gonzalez plays it wide, and this has gone very long. Sanju Thapa brings it down comfortably. Brian Mascarenas on his left foot. Azevedo plays it back to Fraser, who's played it back to Viraj Naik, and this is Matthew Gonzalez. Shivam Poor ball from Shivan. Poor ball from Shivam. Gone out for a throw. A calmer start in the second half. But this is a good chance. Well blocked by the defense, and Peter Carvalho plays a good ball through, but Hayden Pinto cannot get it under control, and this is Francis Fernandez charging forward, twisting and turning. Plays a beautiful ball forward, and this is Anil Gaukar, but he just put his hands on Matthew Gonzalez, gives away the foul. What an idea this was from Francis Fernandez. Look at that weight on the ball. Beautiful to watch. What a player, Francis Fernandez. This is Dennis Ribello. Vasco Sports Club want more goals, and it looks like they're all over Velsao Sports Club at the moment, but very well tackled in the end by Fraser. This is Peter Carvalho. The good ball forward for Hayden Pinto, who again gives it away to Karan Shirodkar. Warren. That's a rare poor ball from Warren. Peter Carvalho. Ronald Azevedo. Fraser Vegas moving up with the ball. Desmond Gama with the throw in, but the referee points the other way. Fraser Vegas takes it quickly. Still with Ronald. Shamir Babu twisting and turning away. It's Fraser Vegas with the throw. It's a good touch, but straight to Vasco Sports Club. Daniel Ribello. That trio in midfield of Daniel Ribello, Francis Fernandez and Selvel De Costa could be a menace for any team. Francis Fernandez takes the quick throw in, and this is Selvel De Costa. Well tackled by Peter Carvalho. Daniel Ribello. Francis Fernandez plays it wide to Warren, and Warren's cross. Not very happy with himself over there, Warren. Neville now on the ground. It's been a busy afternoon for the physio of Vasco Sports Club today afternoon. Going off the field, we're just waiting for proceedings to start, and there is a substitution being made. Vasco Sports Club making the substitution. Neville Alexander, the man who was injured, comes off, and Alson Fernandez comes on for Neville. This is Matthew Gonzalez. Savlon Cardozo. Savlon hasn't had the best game so far. He started off very brightly, but The initial burst has died down from Velsao Sports and Cultural Club. Francis Fernandez, but that is a poor ball in the end from Francis, and apologizes immediately. Shivam releases Shamir Babu down the right hand side, who wins the throw-in. Quickly taken the throw. Fraser Vegas still in play, and Daniel Rebello wins the throw-in by hitting it onto a Velsao player. And here's Ronald Azevedo. Jesloy just being tripped there from the back, but he got the ball. Jesloy still. Now he wins the foul. Jesloy trying to wriggle his way through the sea of white defenders, and that is a yellow card, the first yellow card of the game. Karan Shirodkar getting the yellow card. And that's a good ball in, but ball goes out for another goal kick. We have a player down for Velsao Sports and Cultural Club. Takes the long goal kick, Sanju Thapa. This is Desmond Gama. Desmond Gama trying to wriggle his way through two defenders, but failing to do so. And this is Kuldeep Kumar, who heads the ball out. Brian Mascarenas being chased by Hafizur Rahman. Peter Carvalho to Viraj Naik. That's a great tackle, but Matthew Gonzalez did come with both feet towards the player. We'll see that tackle again. His studs were up against Francis Fernandez. This time another Vasco player on the ground. This time it's Anil Gaukar. What a start we've had to this game. This game was promised, definitely promised us goals, but it has been an absolute humdinger so far. A long ball, but goes straight out for a goal kick. This is Viraj Naik. Peter Carvalho back to Viraj. Was long, Viraj, but it's a poor ball. The game is slowly, and that is the coach getting a yellow card, Jude Barreto. The game is heading towards a clumsy phase. We see a lot of missed passes right now, and the referee has to blow his whistle a lot of times. This time Mickey Fernandez will give a yellow card. I think there is a lot of tension between the two benches. Shamir Babu Swami getting the yellow card for that foul. We saw an animated Mickey Fernandez. This is a chance. Anil Gaukar has chipped that into the goal, and that will go down as a mistake for Shivam Pednekar. It's a very poor free kick to give away, and that is a goal for that man in form, Anil Gaukar. We see that ball, Daniel Rebello. Very, very poor from Shivam Pednekar and the defense of Velsao. But what composure shown by Anil Gaukar to just chip that and volley that over the heads of the Velsao defense and the goalkeeper into the net. But here's Ronald Azevedo. Savlon. Savlon tries to cross it, but it's a handball by Warren Pereira. And now Vasco are well on their way to the top of the table in the Selvel Goa Professional League. It's a good ball in, but well defended again. Here's Karan. Sanwell to Denil. Hafizur does very well to keep that in, but it has come to Matthew. Plays it to Viraj. The makeshift defense of Velsao Sports Club facing quite a lot of trouble and challenges today. Yes, Savlon wins the free kick against Warren. Brian Mascarenas to take the free kick. A very animated Kuldeep Kumar shouting at his players to maintain the offside line, and that is a poor free kick, and this is Hafizur Rahman who clears the ball. Matthew Gonzalez. Fraser Vegas. And another foul given away. The game has just lost its touch. The same attacking flair is missing somehow from Velsao Sports and Cultural Club. Alson takes it long, but straight to Velsao. Now this is Peter Carvalho. Ronald Azevedo. Daniel Rebello wins it back. Francis Fernandez. Rare poor ball from Francis Fernandez. You can see he's not happy with himself. Wants the ball back straight away. This is Warren Pereira. Peter Carvalho. Brian Mascarenas tries to get in a good cross, but it sails over the bar for a simple goal kick. Sanju Thapa takes the kick long. And Shamir Babu pressed down quickly. Zanil Gaukar, but Viraj does well and gives away a throw-in. Throw-in taken quickly by Sharad. Hafizur Rahman shuns it down for Warren, who puts the ball in long, ricochets off a Velsao defender and comes out, and this is Velsao coming out in attack from the back, and the long ball comes in from Brian Mascarenas, beautifully taken down, and this is a good run but cannot find the power behind it. Romario da Costa. And here's Romario, who loses the ball this time. Francis Fernandez. Hafizur Rahman does brilliantly over there and plays in a delightful ball. But again, the referee has blown for the offside whistle. This is Matthew Gonzalez. Ronald. Brian Mascarenas. Good ball. This is Savlon now. Goes on his mazy run but just catches Kuldeep over there. The idea was good. The execution not perfect. And Savlon ends up fouling Daniel Rebello. Frustrated figure today, Savlon. Warren to take the free kick. Francis Fernandez plays it back to Warren. Warren cuts in. It's a good ball played. The keeper comes out and collects it. Peter. This is Desmond Gama. The shot will come in from Daniel Rebello. It's deflected off. Referee says no foul. Hafizur Rahman will win the corner for Vasco Sports Club. Hafizur Rahman with the corner. It's a decent one. The header comes in and just wide from Sanville. I beg your pardon, there was Daniel Rebello with the header, which just went wide. Good corner from Hafizur Rahman. Usually you'll see Daniel taking those, but Hafizur comes and takes a good corner in. Romario tries to look for a teammate but is cleared. And this is Brian Mascarenas. Peter Carvalho to Romario. And that was a aimless ball from Viraj Naik. It's gone out for a throw. And the referee gives a cooling break in the 74th minute. It is Vasco Sports Club 3, Velsao Sports and Culture Club 1. We're heading to the last quarter of the match. Jude Barreto, a very serious man right there, got into an altercation with the referee in which he was shown a yellow card. Jude Barreto and Climax Lawrence working together. Miggy Fernandez there, just talking to his players. The players just coming back into their positions after the cooling break. Fraser Vegas takes the throw in. And it has gone out for a clumsy corner given away by Daniel. If Vasco concede now, Velsao will be going all out against this Vasco team. And that was a good corner, but no one to meet it. And this is Kuldeep Kumar. And this is Anil Gaonkar, the pacey. He's on. He's going past players, but... And this is Francis Fernandez. Just hits the target, but straight to the goalkeeper. But what a run that was from Anil Gaonkar, trying to take on two defenders of Velsao Sports and Culture Club. And this is a chance in the box. Romario twisting and turning. Romario puts in the cross, but well defended again. Viraj Naik heads it in. Fraser Vegas, Viraj Naik. Desmond Gama. Headed out by Fraser Vegas. Velsao attacks have been very few in the second half. Hardly any shot on target that would trouble Sanju Thapa. Vasco Sports Club have slowly but surely taken grip in the game. Here's Savlon. Brian Mascarenas. But Romario cannot get there, and this is Hafizur Rahman. Puts in a good ball looking for Francis. But Matthew Gonzalez keeps it in, and this is a tough ball to handle for Shivam Pednekar. But he does it well and gives it forward, but Romario loses it, and this is Samuel De Costa. Denel. Karan Shirodkar. Warren changes the wing. This is Alson. And now Anil Gaukar in chase. Viraj Naik clearing the ball. Gives away a throw in. Karan Shirodkar. Quick throw taken, but not to the player, and Alson heads it to Francis Fernandez, who plays it to Warren. Denel with an absolutely delightful ball. Hafizur Rahman going one-on-one and slightly overcooked cross. This is Shamir Babu, tackled in by Desmond Gama. Fraser Vegas Viraj Naik taking his time. Peter Carvalho, we haven't seen much of him today, more like a lone figure in the battle of that midfield for Velsao. Here's Romario, good skill from Romario, tries to free Savlon, who's being pushed wide, and Savlon wins another corner for Velsao Sports and Cultural Club. Good cross from Brian Mascarenas, but all the Vasco players back in the box, they don't want to take any chance with this. They've seen the comebacks happening. They've made one today. Turn from Fraser Vegas again. Peter Carvalho. Fraser. Peter. Moniz. But Peter gives the thumbs up to Jesloy. Ronald, I beg your pardon, but didn't quite make the run over there. Peter. We have another player down on the ground. And am I surprised it's another Vasco player down on the ground? Selvel De Costa this time. It's been a busy afternoon for the physio. Selvel De Costa being stretched off. Peter Carvalho takes the bounce. This is Ronald. It's a good ball in, but the grounder is being cleared off. And another foul. This time by Peter Carvalho, who gets a yellow card. Anil Gaukar is the one fouled over there. Anil Gaukar has been very impressive since the time he's been put up front by the coach Mickey Fernandez. There's the confirmation. Peter Carvalho getting the yellow card. Frustrated figure. Alson to take the free kick. Sim plays it long. Anil Gaukar puts it in nicely. This is Desmond Gama. Long ball shifts wings. Hafizur Rahman Khan cannot really get that under control, but does well in the end. Selvel with the effort, and that goes way over the bar into the stands, to the empty stands. As Brian Mascarenhas to Savlon. Warren Pereira has had a good measure of Savlon today. This is Peter Carvalho. Peter Carvalho. And look at the commitment of Selvel. It's a great run from Daniel Rebello, and he wins the corner. Francis Fernandez, the legend, what a game he's had, going off, and another legend coming on. Joachim of Branches. What a sight this might be for the Velsao players, because one legend goes off and another legend comes in. And Joachim of Branches has already scored 2 goals in the Selvel Goa Professional League. In corner to be taken by Daniel. Corner in. Ronald Azevedo. It's a good through ball, but well covered again by that man Selvel, leading from the front. Selvel has sent that ball outside the stadium with his clearance. Joachim of Branches with his first touch of the game, and the second seems to be a poor one because it's led to a miss pass. Alson deals with it comfortably and straight to the goalkeeper Sanju Thapa. The referee has pulled the game back for a free kick. This is Brian Mascarenhas. Referee just going and having a word with Kuldeep and Savlon. Brian Mascarenhas with a decent ball in, but again well dealt with by the Vasco players, and Savlon has blocked his own player Jesloy's shot. That could have helped us have a grandstand finish. It's Brian Mascarenhas. Puts it long. It's Peter Carvalho on the ball, moving forward, plays it square to Viraj Naik. It's come off the back of Warren, and this is Joachim of Branches. Again another player down for Vasco. How many times have the physio been called into action today for Vasco. There is that ball from Hafizur and Anil Gaonkar. It's not for the first time, and that's like a body check on him by Peter Carvalho. It could be a nasty one sometimes. Easily headed out by Alson. This is Savlon, but again very good tracking back from the White Brigade. Fraser Vegas puts the ball in. Kuldeep with the header. Sanil Gaonkar who cannot keep it in either, and Savlon Cardozo to take it quick. Brian Mascarenas plays it back and square to Fraser on the right hand side. Joachim of Branches holding up play nicely. Daniel Rebello to Hafiz. Joachim. Hafiz does well there. Can he go through all the way? Hafizur Rahman, and he shot it over the ball. That was a good turn. Maybe he could have taken 2 steps more and kept his composure, but he shot it straight over. The assistant referee has given 5 minutes of additional time. That is a good turn from Romario, but Ronel is fouled over there by Warren. Brian Mascarenas again to take the free kick. He's had many opportunities to send in a good ball. So far it has been lacking from Brian Mascarenas. We know he's got a fantastic left foot. This is Desmond Gama. Scored the first goal, Desmond Gama. Can Vasco Sports Club get a 4th goal and increase their goal difference? You see the Vasco players all sliding around, desperate not to concede anymore, very focused. And that has creeped in to the bottom corner. And as we were just speaking about the left foot of Brian Mascarenas, we have a grandstand finish on our hands in the last 3 minutes of extra time. It's Vasco Sports Club 3, Velsao Sports and Culture Club 2. Suddenly there is a mystery in the air. We'll see that goal again. Ronald passes it to Brian Mascarenas, who has acres of space, and he takes the throw and it skids off the turf, but Sanju Thapa must do better than that. He'll be very disappointed when he looks back at that, Sanju Thapa. Nevertheless, a goal is a goal, and Brian Mascarenas on his left foot reduces the margin with everything to play for in the last 2 minutes at the Duler Stadium. But here's Viraj Naik, spreads it wide to Savlon. And Anil Gaonkar snatches the ball. This is Joachim of Branches. This is end-to-end stuff. Hafizur Rahman. It's a beautiful ball from Daniel. Joachim. Plays it to Anil. Just managing the game here. Vasco Sports Club. Romario. Peter Carvalho. Suddenly there's acres of open space ahead of him. Shamir Babu puts it in! Jess Loimoni's had a chance, but plucked out of thin air from the feet of Jess Loimoni's Sanju Thapa. Looking for Joachim Branches, but just it off, and this is Savlon to the last minute of extra time. Savlon has put it in. Peter Carvalho. Kuldeep has headed it twice. Cleared off eventually. This is Brian Mascarenas to Fraser Vegas, but it will be cleared by the Vasco players. All 11 of them in their own half. The crowded box, and that's a good header from Peter Carvalho, but straight into the hands of Sanju Thapa. Savlon puts it up. This is Peter Carvalho. And that is the final whistle. What a game this has been. It's an absolute thriller of a start. Vasco Sports Club were down on the ground with that early goal from Velsao Sports and Culture Club, but boy, did they come back hard or not, with Desmond Gama and Daniel Ribello both scoring in quick succession to give them a 2-1 lead. And then in the second half, Vasco Sports Club scoring one more time through the man in form, Anil Gaonkar. And the final headline story from the Duler Stadium, as we see Jude Barreto just having a word with the referees over there. Full-time score here at the Duler Stadium: Vasco Sports Club 3 and Velsao Sports Club 2. We will head over to the highlights and then the post-match interview with the coach. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the post-match interaction here at the Duler Stadium. It was a goal-filled football at the Duler Stadium between Vasco Sports Club and Velsao. It was 3-2 final score, and Vasco has gone up to, they have become the table toppers after 15 years. And I have with me the assistant coach of Vasco over here. 15 years long, it took you all to be on the table top over there. How do you feel?
Well, it always feels special to be on the top of the table, but this is not a process of this year. Head coach Mickey Fernandez has been working hard, very hard since 3 years, and this year we have found the result and we are happy for that.
What is the positive thing that you take home from this match especially?
We have scored 1 goal more than previous matches, and we are happy we had more shots on target, but as everyone know, 100% conversion rate is never possible. We are having good shots on target, we are improving in the attacking. That is what the positive point.
The next game is that tomorrow is between Salgankar versus Dempos, but if Salgankar wins, they are going on top again. So what is the thing that you have kept in mind for that?
Well, we are not concerned with other teams. Just for today, we are top and we are leaving this result over here. Again, we are working for the next game.
All right, thank you so much. We'll see you in the next match. Thank you. So that was the assistant coach of Vasco, and I also have with me one of the key player, the under-20 player of Vasco. That is Warren with me. Warren, it's like back on a winning wave over there. 15 years it took you all to come on the table top over there. So how do you feel?
We feel good. After 15 years, we have been on top of the table. Our boys gave our best to play the game. 3 goals, but unnecessary goal we have considered. But it's okay. We'll give our best next match, and we'll go look for the top and give our best.
Right. Something positive that you will take back home from this match?
Our boys have played well, but we'll make this corrections for the next match and go for the same.
Thank you so much and wish you all the very best. Well, that's all we have in the post-match interaction here at Duler Stadium. We'll see you tomorrow for a big encounter between Salgankar FC and Dempo Sports Club. Kickoff at 3:45 here at Duler Stadium.